The battle begins with a clash of attacks that triggers a colossal explosion. Amid the chaos, Ji-hyung is atop a dragon, which starts channeling an immense amount of energy. As he prepares to launch his attack against Tae-soo, energy concentrates in his mouth, vibrating with overwhelming power. Finally, the blast is unleashed, obliterating Tae-soo's clone and everyone on the ground. The devastation is absolute as the bone dragon exhales a breath of destructive energy that consumes everything in its path. However, another Haesu observes the scene from a distance. With determination, he activates his diamond powers and his body begins to be enveloped in a resilient crystalline armor. Under Ji-hyung's watchful gaze, the broom-haired man shapes a majestic, dominant dragon. The creature rises with a roar, charging toward the bone dragon at an astonishing speed. In a decisive instant, Tae-soo uses the momentum of his creation to propel himself toward his enemies, wielding a diamond staff in his hands. With a swift and precise movement, he directly attacks Ji-hyung, unleashing a fierce battle. But the fight does not stop there. They continue exchanging blows with such intensity that within moments, their struggle takes them beyond the atmosphere into the void of space. Their battle is so ferocious that it spreads to unexpected places, destroying everything in its wake and endangering innocent lives. The massive, devastating blows leave scarred on the terrain, reviving the traces of past battles fought by Tae-soo in the same place. But the chaos does not end there. Amid the clash, something even more terrifying begins to unfold. From the horizon, multiple crimson portals start opening over the earth. From within, monsters emerge, grotesque creatures advancing mercilessly. Just as one of them is about to devour a defenseless Chet, a hunter rushes in with overwhelming speed. It is Lucas's son. In the blink of an eye, he appears among the rubble and, without hesitation, rescues the child from the beast's grasp. With lethal precision, he slices the monster in two, giving it no chance. His movements are precise and ruthless, worthy of someone who has inherited his father's formidable powers. Wasting no time, the young man charges into battle, facing the horrors of monsters emerging from the portals with unwavering determination. Meanwhile, the fight between Tae-soo and Ji-hyung reaches a new critical point. In a decisive moment, Ji-hyung lands a precise blow on Tae-soo, making him retreat for the first time. Not losing the advantage, he summons multiple red portals around him. From them, countless twisted, sharp bone arms emerge, stretching out like tentacles, ready to trap Tae-soo in their deadly grasp. But Tae-soo is not willing to fall so easily. With a cold, calculating gaze, he activates his special ability, the power to revive fallen hunters. An icy air envelops the battlefield as a figure emerges from the shadows. It is the Ice Huntress. The moment she returns to life, the Huntress acts with deadly precision. In a swift move, she grabs Ji-hyung's ankle and, with a single touch, freezes him instantly. Her icy eyes meet those of the bone monster watching her. In that brief exchange of glances, a silent thread is sealed between them. But this is only the beginning. Alongside the revived Huntress, more shadows of former hunters emerge. Like specters of unfinished vengeance, they advance with a single purpose: to reach Ji-hyung. For a few crucial seconds, Ji-hyung remained motionless, trapped between ice and the shadows of his enemies. This is the opportunity Tae-soo has been waiting for. Without wasting a moment, he breaks free from the bone arm's grip and, with a devastating impulse, soars into the air. Heading straight, activating his powers, Tae-soo concentrates all his energy on the bone monster's neck, ready to strike with lethal precision. However, something surprises him. The power he summons to slash Ji-hyung's neck is effortlessly caught by him, avoiding any damage. Before Tae-soo can react, Ji-hyung counters with a direct and brutal blow to his face, slamming him forcefully into the hard ground. The impact is so devastating that Tae-soo is violently hurled across the terrain, landing inside an underground water reservoir. But Tae-soo was not alone. Other hunters, members of the World Alliance, rush to his rescue. As they pull him from the water, Juan Wuchi looks at him firmly and, with a voice filled with determination, reminds him that 6 years ago, he saved the world and became the hero everyone revered. Now, more than ever, he asks him to fight as he did in the past, assuring him that all the hunters present will lend their strength to defeat their common enemy. But their union is fleeting. Without hesitation, Taesu accepts the power they offer him, only to betray them the very next moment. In a single move, he eliminates all the hunters around him, one after another, without showing a trace of doubt or mercy. Ji-hyun watches the scene in disbelief as, before his very eyes, the monster called Taesu begins to absorb the powers of the fallen hunters, feeding on their energy like an insatiable creature. Even so, Ji-hyun quickly wonders if that is truly his ability. But before he can get a clear answer, Taesu crushes him with an overwhelming gravitational force, forcing him to kneel under its immense pressure. The bone monster, seeing what has happened, starts laughing uncontrollably. His laughter echoes like a disturbing sound, filled with sinister joy. Then, with a voice dripping with venom, he drops a revelation that shakes the hunter to his very core. Taesu had killed his father with his own hands. The impact of those words ignites fury in Taesu's heart. His eyes burn with rage, his muscles tense. With a furious scream, he demands that he be silent. But in a swift and lethal move, Ji-hyun's sword cuts through the air, and in an instant, Taesu's head falls to the ground.
And with that, we've reached the end of this week's chapter. If you made it all the way to the end, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this chapter in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so our community can keep growing and we can reach more fans like you. See you in the next video. In the meantime, if you're from the near future, I'll leave you the next chapter and a comic you're sure to enjoy. Thank you for being part of this adventure.